Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the Hills Casino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten them. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Welcome, my friends. Welcome, my friendlies, to Matt's Outlaw Radio on Rumble.com, on YouTube, on X, a.k.a. Twitter, the big voracious dog of broadcasting. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Hey.
Happy Thanksgiving. I think this year it's going to be the moistest turkey ever, and how many times are you going to hear that at dinner?
45.
Yeah. The happiest place on earth is at the dinner table with your family, talking politics, right?
That's always a good one to bring up during the holidays.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving with the moistest turkey. The first year in years, I've been invited to my parents' house, and I wonder why. Does Mom...
She's going to kill you.
No,
She's going to get you over there.
I was thinking Mom was looking into the future, thinking this could be the last time with Dad alive.
Oh, boy.
No, I mean, but, you know,
Wow. Why does it...
Bart, let me explain, because I'm pragmatic.
I know, but who cares?
And he's 80
Why?
years old.
But who cares why? Even if
I guess I do, because I asked the question. That's why. I guess I do care.
If that's the reason.
I mean, why have I not been allowed for so many years?
You'd have to ask.
Could be you're a loudmouth. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
I'll tell you, it could.
It could be.
Let me explain that it could.
Be that.
If Jerry Lewis had heard Mark C.G. Boyer before he heard that other guy that he does the impression
That would
of,
have been his whole shtick.
that would have been his entire shtick, because Mark is that. You know, in our Jewish community, although I'm not officially a Jew, but
I think you're more of a Jew than Mark.
I do eat.
You're more of a mensch.
I eat the Jew food, and
I'm more of a nebbish.
And I am more of a mensch. I certainly am. But I eat all the Jewish food. I eat all that, the lox and the bagels,
Man, I just have
the
to-
weirdest looking fish in the cases. I'll eat all that weird looking crap. I love it all.
I just have to say, maybe because you're a loud mouth.
Maybe it's because I'm a loudmouth. So I'm minding my own business and doing a little shopping. Not for Thanksgiving because, as I mentioned, I'm heading over to Mom and Dad's. In theory, a lot could change between now and then.
Only a few, yeah.
You never know. But doing a little shopping, and it appears that I spent $50 plus at the supermarket, and so the attendant let me know that you are eligible for a $7 turkey because you spent $50. And I thought to myself, I don't need a turkey. And I told him that. I said, I don't. He said, well, okay. I said, but wait a moment. $7 for a turkey? Yeah. I said, I may have to. I did it. So now I have a turkey.
It's a nice looking bird.
Yeah, and for not only that, have you seen the turkey?
No.
Yeah, and so I thought to myself, well, I could. What could I do with that thing? And now I have a turkey that I don't need. But then Mart said, well, we could deep fry it.
Yeah, because we have an old pot that our friend Big Bill Stewart brought over here 15 years ago.
I love it.
And so then I bought the skewer set up and the holder where you actually lower it into the grease.
No better turkey than a deep fried turkey.
And it takes, for that turkey, it's going to take 15 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour.
Oh,
that's
man.
it. Done.
That's the way to do a turkey.
Done.
I mean, it really is the best.
Yeah.
Because,
you just gotta be careful you don't burn your house down.
I mean, for the most part, aren't we all sick of turkey? I mean, we are, and somehow I
still buy it every week.
Yeah, but we just show that we love it. Well, no, you buy the deli slices, and that's really good stuff. That's different.
Yeah.
Than eating the bird that's usually not moist.
Nah.
And
it usually is not.
Matt, I have hopes for your mother's a great cook.
Oh, yeah, she is.
She's fantastic. Yeah. So that's a bird.
So I have hopes for you.
You have hopes for me because you care about me?
Because your mother's a great cook, so it might be a moisture.
So I listen, I threw out the grapeseed vine, and Mark didn't take it. I said, because you care about me, and you noticed that there was nothing.
No, I don't care about
But no, I understand that.
Too late.
So now I have the turkey and a reason for the turkey, and I wish all of the listeners and the beautiful viewers to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.com, and on Twitter, the moistest of all.
Well, let me ask
Thanksgivings.
Let me ask our listeners. Maybe you can text or you can send a message to us one way or the other.
Like I'm going to get.
Let us know if you've ever deep fried a turkey.
Yeah.
I bet you Wisconsin. I bet you they've deep fried a couple turkeys out.
Oh my God! How about daily? How about daily?
Yeah.
And then they throw in the cheese curd and deep fry that. There's nothing they don't deep fry in Wisconsin.
Good guys.
Yeah. I mentioned last week that Mark and I were assembled at a really cool party at the London Hotel in Beverly Hills and ran into, and then must have been a couple hours, we sat down there and talked to Sybil Danning. Remember the great Sybil Danning? Yeah. The blonde bombshell who was in, I think, about 150 movies and still looked, and I mentioned this too, she's in her 70s and gorgeous today. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, Matt, she's very lovely.
Yes, but when she played the mom to, why do I want to say Kiefer Sutherland? Leif Garrett. In that movie.
Just think herpes.
With Lee Van Cleef. Now, that means nothing to anyone listening or watching us. That's because Leif Garrett came over one time, and I love the guy, but he did have a massive cold sore. There, that's it. I said it. I'm sure it was so long ago that Leif's cold sore is cleared up by now.
I hope so.
Yeah. But so Sybil Danning, she mentioned that, Matt, I was on your show. I said, I got to get you over to the show because she's a bourbon drink. First and foremost, has nothing to do with her celebrity. It has everything to do with the fact that she's a bourbon drinker and a cigar smoker. And I said, Sybil Danning, and she's hot and will look good on YouTube and Rumble and Twitter. But she said, man, I did do your show. It's the shack in the back, right? I said, oh boy, you did our old location, didn't you? And she said, yeah, that's the night I crashed my husband's car.
A little too much tipsy?
Yeah, she drank quite a bit. I mean, she's a broad. This Sybil Danning is a broad. So I said, Sybil, Over the last several days, we've been emailing back and forth, and that's usually the way you email. Otherwise, it just goes one way.
Difficult,
and then, it really is. Without a response,
Yeah, it's a little rough.
it just sort of hangs out there in the air. I mean, you can pretend that, like, I'm sure there are some psychopaths out there who probably correspond with their favorite celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They get those emails.
Look, man.
Yeah.
Look, they like me. They're getting a hold of me.
Non-existent
Jennifer
emails.
Lopez is my friend.
But I said, okay, Sybil, so we talked about you last week on the show. What I'd like you to do is do a little teaser to your next appearance as you smoke and drink bourbon with us on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio from this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar. And she didn't quite understand. She said, well, send me the portion where you were talking about me on the show. So I did. In podcast form, and you can find that at Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. We're on all of the podcast, your favorite podcasting outlet. We are there.
And you can tell her we upgraded from a shack to a shed.
Yeah, we're now in a shed, and I said I'd like to do a little teaser to your upcoming appearance in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar. She said, well, send me what you talked about. I did. And she doesn't quite understand. She said, well, you've already done 5 minutes on me. Then we would tease it and then play that? I said, no, that was already on the air. That portion, it's a podcast now, but it was already on the air on all of our beautiful sundry places, including the greatest radio stations in the world.
She's blonde, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she didn't quite understand. So then I sent her another note, and I said, well, no, this is a teaser, and we've already played that, so we won't play that again. We will simply talk about your upcoming performance on the show and talk about the fact that you were here and that you crashed the car and everything. So this is the latest email from her. Matt, since you want to do last, meaning the last time she was here, coupled with next appearance, I would love to do that once I can announce a new project. I have put off minimum 10 interviews until I can announce one of my new projects looming. Talking past is good, but want to also talk Danning is back.
Oh, that's such
Or as you would say, the broad is back.
Such a
See,
girl.
well, she already knows my lingo, yeah. This is a very busy time with endless screenings, receptions, etc. RE voting season is on, and I'm locked and loaded. What in the hell?
That's a woman.
She's driving me friggin' nuts here. So she doesn't understand the concept of me wanting to do a quickie phoner with her.
And we could be waiting a long time for something new to come up for her.
And it's like Sybil Danning.
Yeah.
She thinks she's the female Clint Eastwood. And by the way, great actress and a beautiful woman, and love to have her here. But why is it so difficult to get a 5-minute phoner with the broad? Just like a woman.
Exactly.
Driving me friggin' nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even encumbered by a female in my life right now. And yet I have to go through this crap.
Yeah.
It never ends,
They'll
does
find
it?
a way to get you.
It doesn't matter what your connection is to a woman.
Oh, no, here we
They'll
go.
make you nuts.
Here we go.
anyways.
Take one look at Mark, everyone.
They'll
and
make you nuts.
you know that Mark knows females, doesn't he? Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This guy certainly knows.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, they're all they say things that make no sense at all, and just.
Oh, by the way, Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot does exist. We'll get to that
Oh, excellent.
in a few. Bigfoot, we have proof that Bigfoot exists.
Nice.
And the proof shall be shown on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
It's a Bigfoot.
This was a nice email as a retired senior chief from the U.S. Oh, by the way, because I'll forget about this. What the hell happened to last week's views on YouTube? It's like half of what we've been enjoying the last several weeks. And I sort of pinpointed it to there was nothing scandalous. There was nothing in the title except that we love our veterans. So it has to be scandalous in order for you to tune in to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. And you have to punch it in just like that. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube. But because we love our vets, you don't want to watch? What the hell? Who are these kids these days? And I think you know, and I'll be getting into that in a few minutes, too. But this was a beautiful email. Someone new to the show checked it out. And they said, Matt, as a retired senior chief from the U.S. Navy Submarine Service, thank you for your support of veterans. When people say to me, thank you for your service, my response is thank you for being worth serving. Huh? That's nice.
Beautiful.
You are truly one of those patriotic Americans, Matt. Also, if you want the best Bloody Mary in the entire world, come to the Garage in Bremerton, Washington. I think you can get a peek at it on their website or Google it.
Bremerton.
And I did, by the way, respectfully, Skip Collier. And, hey, Skip, I, from the bottom of my bottom, thank you for acknowledging that we are patriots on this show. I'm not the only one. We certainly have a Marine who is out there in the green room right now because he's afraid, I guess, to come on in here and stir up some S. But our buddy Billy Dilly is out there. Dig this. I looked it up. They call it the Beast Mode Mary. It's a Bloody Mary garnished with candied bacon, onion rings, 3 chicken wings, a bag of Skittles, a pork shank, and topped with a pepperoni stick.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Now, that sounds like something I want to quaff and I want to eat. That is, there are no prices on there, but I'd pay $20 for that. You know, in this day and age, with Bidenflation, $20 would be a bargain.
I was just talking to somebody last night that their son lives in Bremerton, Washington, and she's been there. She's talking about how
what a small world. She's been to the this Bloody Mary joint?
It's so beautiful, she said. I said, yeah, during the summer it can be.
Yeah, it
She
is.
goes, yeah, you're right. But we really never got, the rain like Seattle or north of Seattle got. I'm thinking, really? I don't know. I know there's like banana belts.
Yeah.
Where it kind of lays off a little bit.
No matter how many, and I grew up hearing that about the banana belt. Well, this island is in the banana belt, so you don't get as much rain. No, it
is true to San Juan, so
it's
the way the
Pacific Northwest, and there's too much rain. I don't care where you live. It's been raining here in Los Angeles, and rain does not look good on this city. It simply doesn't. And nobody... Okay, so this is ad nauseum. We've all heard this a million times, but my God, it's the honest-to-God truth. The people in this town have no idea how to friggin' drive. And you'd think with all these illegal aliens in the city of Los Angeles that they probably don't have their driver license, do they?
No.
Yeah.
No, a lot of them don't, man.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of good stuff.
Well, Matt, really quick, that's funny that
what
you brought, because I was going to bring this up to you today. Coming back from my buddy's house, people don't use their turn signals. It's like they don't have to.
Yeah,
it's not part of the. Yes, just do it. It's just safety. That is something that should be mandated. Well, I think it is
mandated. In fact, a police officer can pull you over if you don't use your signal.
Use your freaking. How hard is it just to flip a switch, man?
Yeah, I always do. I think I learned that from my father.
Yeah, son of a gun.
Yeah.
My left turn signal has been on for 3 days.
Yeah,
sure
that's Mark.
Mark's got his hazards on right now.
Don't think for a moment that Mark's kidding about this. It's unfortunately, it's the honest to God truth. I saw the worst movie of all time. It's called Disaster Movie.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it?
I've heard about it.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Unwatchable, right?
Oh, my God.
It's by the National Lampoon people, and my God, the fact that this was ever released, I doubt it was ever released on the big screen.
I tried to do like
They
an airplane
tried
or something.
tried to be funny.
Oh, it was so
in
bad.
the same way that airplanes
I just said it was
tried
like
to
an
be
airplane.
funny.
But it's not. It's not.
Does not work.
It's just gross. It's gross. So this is a movie. We were all over, and we continue to be all over a zombie. What is that?
Zombievers.
Yeah, Zombievers, because that is a movie that is so bad it's good.
I saw it on Prime. I'm going to watch it in the near future.
So you didn't see it, you saw it listed.
I saw it available.
All right, yeah. We need someone to do sign language when Mark speaks so we understand exactly what he's saying.
I found it on Prime, so I will view it later.
Because when he says, I saw it on Prime, what does that mean to anyone?
He saw the movie.
Of course he did, yeah, but no. It makes sense to him.
How do you get along in life?
No.
How have you?
No, we don't know. We don't know. We really don't know.
No one knows.
Okay.
Mark, I love you, dude. But
As predicted, my friends, boy, was I not one to boast, but I was on the positive tip on this one.
what, John Beavers?
As Governor Newsom and the 10 freeway debacle,
Oh, yeah.
I think this may have made national news, but I'll bring you closer to home since we do our broadcast here in the San Fernando Valley, spitting distance from Hollywood, Cali, which is right over there. I'm pointing to my left over there because they're to the left and they're to the left. But when Governor Newsom made his announcement that it would be 3 to 5 weeks until the 10 was open,
Yep.
I made a proclamation to several people.
Yes, you did.
I said, you watch what will truly happen. This will be sooner than 2 weeks and probably much sooner than 2 weeks because this is all a political gambit. When Newsom throws his hat in the ring, he will be able to say, see what I did?
Yeah.
And he's been the spokeshole for this, not our mayor, but he's been the spokeshole for this fixing the 10. And now, of course, the next day, I'm glad I got this proclamation out quickly. The next day, it comes out from his friggin' sleazy lips. Governor Newsom says, no, we'll have it up and running by Tuesday.
Yeah, a couple days.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? He's trying to take a page out of Richard Riordan, who, by the way,
really cared.
was our last great mayor.
Right,
But
really
if you remember, Richard Riordan took all the credit for that, not the governor.
Right.
This is all a political gambit.
And for those who don't know, we had a huge fire underneath the 10. Our major.
God, I wonder why. And you don't hear a damn thing from the media about the homeless encampment under the bridge. Boy, they've kept that really quiet.
Oh, yeah, man.
So if it weren't for Governor Newsom's poor running of the state of California, we probably never would have had that fire in the first place.
Now, Matt, what I thought is Ron DeSantis from Florida, I thought for sure he'd reach out and say, guess what, folks, this is a travesty, this is whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe just to get him, because I think he's been losing a lot of.
Yeah, but what does DeSantis have to say about the damn bridge in California?
Maybe he could just reach out and help.
What? And do what?
financially.
Help what? Help California? We got more money. We got money coming out of our arses.
Then show it to me.
Yeah.
Where's mine?
Oh, no.
Our ISIS or the money?
Although Newsom keeps spending it all on the homeless situation.
Yeah.
But I promise you, I made this prediction. I knew it was a political
So now
gambit.
you're saying I'm the hero.
If
Look.
you don't believe that Newsom will be running for president, you are 100% incorrect. Even though Mark sits over there and he says, well, I want you to be wrong at least once in your life, Matt. And so I count on it, although you think I'm wrong right now. I know you do, Mark. You watch, it'll be Newsom running against Donald Trump. And I do predict that even Newsom, with that friggin', that Frankenstein-y hair of his, he will lose like a son of a bitch.
Well, I hope so. I mean, that's scary.
Yeah.
If people do their research and see how badly he screwed up, screwed up
California?
Yeah.
And San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. Well,
San Francisco's in California.
isn't San Francisco in California?
I thought so.
All righty.
Let me do the
And then,
sign language
when-
for Mark.
Yeah.
Bill Maher's on your side there.
When
Matt.
we return, Biden joins Gwen Stefani on stage at APEC. And Gavin Newsom is in the mix on this, too.
That's right. California and San Francisco.
You're going to see more and more and more of Gavin, man. A lot when we return on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Outlaw Laboratories. With over 200 research workers, academic staff, and PhD students worked around the clock 7 days a week for 9 years. And today, we deliver broadcasting from atomic scale components, 21st century technology, talk stars, and subliminal messaging. Motivating, stimulating, mildly erotic, 24/7. Outlaw Radio.
Okay. Old Joe Biden. Now think about this. It's all political. It's all political. Why would Joe Biden join Gwen Stefani on stage at APEC? Why? Says Gavin Newsom, quote, could have the job I'm looking for. Yeah. So let's take a deep dive into this. What does this mean? President Joe Biden joined pop singer Gwen Stefani. Man, is that a long-legged hussy? And I'm assuming worth the climb.
Oh, boy.
Joe Biden on stage with Gwen Stefani. Of course, Joe had no idea where he was. And he said, I think you're great, Tiffany.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're alone now.
Could you do that? We think you're alone now again? Gwen Stefani, where he said California Governor Gavin Newsom could have the job I'm looking for.
I know, I heard this.
Now, what does that mean?
The way I took it, well, I mean, there's only one way to take it.
Well, let's get into this. The No Doubt singer was seen giving Biden a hug before the president addressed an audience at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, that's the APEC summit. Good evening, everyone. I think there's folks. Is that our president speaking?
Yeah.
Not there are folks, but there.
Sounds like Boyer.
Good evening, everyone. I think there's folks back up there on that barrier. There are. Holy mackerel. Are you sure this guy ain't 110?
Hey, corn pop.
Don't jump. Don't jump, President Biden said at the beginning of his remarks after taking the stage with Stefani at the summit's kickoff party. When the United States offered to host this summit, we knew we needed a location dynamic and diverse as APEC itself. At APEC in San Francisco, here we are, Biden continued. Oh, I'd say diverse, all right. But of course, they cleaned up the area that you would see on cameras so you could avoid the massive amounts of human poop.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. But that's San Francisco these days.
Yeah, I know.
And some parts of LA.
Well, Hollywood's gone to crap.
Hey, man, literally?
Yes.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
I'm working right in the heart of West Hollywood right now, and it is nasty horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, tents everywhere. And
it was, hey, by the way, my friends, it was never like this.
Never like that.
It was never like this.
And you know what? The cops you drive, they don't do anything. They can't do anything.
Even seedy Hollywood was a fine place to walk around.
I was never afraid of everyone. But now, man, I had a homeless gal that I see every day when I go walk to lunch. She told me to be careful in this neighborhood because it's not safe.
I've only been over there a couple times, and it was a chore for me because you probably know I'm a huge fan of Rue McClanahan. So I went over there across the Cahuenga Pass into Hollywood from where we emanate here in the San Fernando Valley, and simply to clean the human feces off of Rue McClanahan's star. And because she deserves better than that.
Oh, boy, does she ever.
Biden said, matter of fact, I want to talk about Governor Newsom. Boy, it's already starting, isn't it? Yeah. I want to thank him. He's been one hell of a governor. Oh, my God! Oh, my God, what does that mean?
Well,
the guy is the worst governor on the planet. The guy has screwed up this once great state of California.
And continues to do it.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Been one hell of a governor.
His priorities are just...
And then Biden, of course, throws in, man. Biden said, matter of fact, he can be anything he wants. He could have the job I'm looking for.
Hello.
The U.S. president also talked about the Chinese Communist regime's President Xi Jinping, whom he said was extremely proud to see a photo of Biden showing him of the communist leader in San Francisco. I was with Xi Jinping today, and I showed him a photograph that he's extremely proud of when he was a young man. I think he was 32, maybe 28, 30 years old. This is Biden speaking, right? In that range. Oh, good.
Oh,
He's
he's in that
talking like
range somewhere.
he's talking like my brother Mart now. You know, it could be 30, 28. It was a sunny day. Well, no, there was a sprinkle or two, and he was actually standing on the Golden Gate Bridge. He had come to visit, Biden explained, and I looked at the picture. I said, I want to show you a picture. He said, I like that picture. Well, he was translated. He said, I like that picture, the president added. The president said all that, by the way.
Oh.
So he's been coming here, and one of the things I pointed out to him is that you have one of the largest Chinese populations in America here, and he feels like he's going home here. Well, yeah, because as long as you're running the country, this is turning into home for China.
Yeah.
And it will become home, and we will all have to speak Chinese. Biden, 81 years old, depending on when you're listening or watching us on YouTube, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, he will have already turned 81. He will be 86 years old by the end of his second term if he is reelected in 2024. We can't take that, and he won't even be in the running, so forget about that. And, hey, some good news. I have some good news, my friends and friendlies. Jimmy Kimmel to host the Oscars for the fourth time.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, he's so good. He's
awesome.
He's so good. Yeah, second straight year and the fourth time overall.
Does anybody care about the Oscars anymore?
Well, suffice to say that, in my opinion, Jimmy Kimmel and Ryan Seacrest, the two luckiest fellas on the planet. Oh, my God. Dick Clark laughs at them. All right? They, I just no discernible talent whatsoever. Even though I put Jimmy Kimmel a step above Ryan Seacrest.
I don't
Just
like
barely.
either of them, so.
Hey, black Chicagoans are rallying against sanctuary policies. This is important, my friendlies. They promised to vote for Republicans and independents over Democrats. So, who voted the latest mayor into Chicago? But now they're starting to see the light, it seems like.
God, listen.
A group of black Chicago residents rallied in the city's south side, which, by the way, some have said is the meanest side of town.
That's right.
And if you go there, you best beware.
Don't mess.
Well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Leroy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has a razor in his shoe.
God,
I mean, that's the south side of Chicago.
That's a badass, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't want to get into a bar fight.
No.
Nope. No.
Not with Leroy.
So this group of black Chicago residents, some things, yes, folks, some things we do for ourselves. And that was one of them. A group of black Chicago residents rallied on the city's south side. South side, that's the meanest part of town, ain't it?
In the south side of Chicago.
And if you go down there...
you best beware of a man named...
Big Bad Leroy.
So there they are on the south side to warn City Hall and the City Council that they are organizing to defeat any official that supports Mayor Brandon Johnson's failed sanctuary city policies and the continued spending of millions on illegal aliens, even to the extent of voting for Republicans over the Democrat Party. How about that?
Wow.
Yeah.
What part of Chicago is this in?
It's the meanest. It's
okay.
I've heard.
You think it's the south side? It's the south side.
It's the meanest part of town. Yeah. You best beware, man, if you go down there.
Yeah.
Impacted by the onslaught of border crossers flooding into the city, even border crossers in Chicago. And by the way, that'd be the last city that. And I love the city of Chicago. Don't get me wrong, but if you have to live outside. Holy cow, you're a dead frozen man.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's why people come to California and Florida.
I spent a week there, wintertime, and I had a great time, but I had a warm place that I could sleep.
Oh, well, yeah.
That I could nuzzle. But, man, if you're stuck outside, you're dead. I don't know how the grates? I
don't know how they do it, man. They build fires.
Yeah. The warnings came just ahead of a new policy from City Hall that will limit the freebies doled out to border crossers to 60 days in city shelters. Yeah, they're certainly going to uphold that, right?
Oh,
yeah, you know that ain't going to happen.
Not on the south side.
Mayor Johnson, and P.S., you don't have to call him Johnson. Announced the new limitations after the Chicago City Council passed a 2024 budget in a vote of 41-8. The budget sets aside an additional The numbers, to me, these numbers are staggering, are mind-numbing, are noggin-scratching. $150 million to care for more than 21,000 illegals in the city. That's $150 million for 21,000 illegals. Break that down per person. Wouldn't you like to have a piece of that? Johnson claimed that the new limits, and Johnson, not his real name.
No, but you don't have to call him that.
No, there are other names. What else could you call him, Mark C.G. Boyer?
You can call him AJ, Ray J, but don't call me Johnson.
Yeah, so don't necessarily call the mayor of Chicago Johnson.
No.
But he goes on record to say he will not sacrifice the needs of Chicagoans in support of those who wish to become Chicagoans. Well, more gobbledygook BS, bull s.
Yeah.
I just want to say the word. If we weren't on terrestrial, I'd say it. But I'm thinking it. Just drives me freaking nuts.
Well, I just can't believe I can't believe anybody would even go to the South Side. You know why, right? South Side of Chicago.
Well, it's not the nicest.
No,
I mean, yeah. Yeah, a lot of gunplay, gunplay, and folks in the South Side, residents of the South Side of Chicago, known to wear shoes with razors secreted in them.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, if you just tuned in, we will get to the Bigfoot stuff. I have some important, an important announcement regarding Bigfoot and the fact that Bigfoot do exist. But first, Hollywood boycotts Elon Musk, Disney. Other major studios pull ads from X following anti-Semitism controversy. Have you followed this at all, Mark? Being a 100% blood Jew?
No.
Okay.
I haven't heard about this story at all.
Hollywood is joining the growing advertising boycott of X, formerly known as Twitter, and I think we'll always call it Twitter, won't we?
Yeah, stop it.
With 4 of the top 5 major studios pulling their ads from the platform in response to the growing amount of anti-Semitic content, as well as owner Elon Musk expressing agreement with an anti-Semitic post. This is all blown out of proportion. The guy ain't an anti-Semite. It is a crock of crap. Studios that have halted or paused advertising on X include the Walt Disney Company, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Paramount, NBC, all the NBC Universal. In addition, Lionsgate, the studio behind the Hunger Games movies, has also yanked its ads. Tech giants are also headed for the exits. Apple and Amazon joining the boycott. Of course they are, because they're also woke. Elon Musk recently expressed agreement with a recent post that promoted the so-called Great Replacement theory, claiming that Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. See, the problem with being smart is you say things that are true, but they sound bad. What he's saying there is not untrue. And we are 100% supporters of Israel here on this show.
Yep.
More support from this show than a large number of Jews in the United States of America, if I may be so bold. Musk replied, "You have said the actual truth." See? Mark, are you following this?
Yes.
And are you understanding this? Or are you one of those Jews that doesn't understand what he's saying?
Why don't you explain further, please?
The growing advertising boycott is due in large part to a media offensive from the left-wing pro-censorship group Media Matters for America. They are so friggin' left-wing. Which has launched one of its familiar pressure campaigns designed to intimidate advertisers into acquiescing to its agenda. Musk announced that he intends to file a thermonuclear lawsuit against Media Matters as early as next week. And he should, because Media Matters is filled with a bunch of young, woke cretins who hate Israel and who apparently hate the Jews. Check them out on the campuses.
Yeah.
Jews are afraid for their friggin' life.
UCLA,
You
right
think
here.
Elon Musk is anti-Semitic? Not in any way, shape, or form. And as the days progress, you will understand exactly what I'm saying, and you will... Unless there's the problem. Unless you're a lefty woke Jew, then of course you hate Elon Musk because it's fun to hate. All right, lot to get to on the big dog of broad chasing, meant to say casting. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, and on Twitter, a.k.a. X, and the greatest radio stations in America. I thought this was the version where Billy Vera was in here singing this, but this is the karaoke. Well, my apologies. I'll try to dig that out. I was going to do this just for you watching us on YouTube and X and Rumble.com. But it's tough, man. I'm producing this damn show, and this is what, my 4th week in a row? This ain't easy, me friendlies. And my apologies to the truck drivers out there saying, oh, really? That ain't easy? Standing there, being able to drink booze? Speaking of that, I think I need a little nip or two. I'm too coffeeed out.
Would-be stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. The demons of decadence, smoking, drinking, and interrupting. Live from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar, this is Magic Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio.
Yes, sir, my friendlies. Welcome back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. We were talking about the fact that our black brethren in Chicago are rallying against sanctuary policies, promised to vote for Republicans and independents over Democrats because of what this friggin' mayor is doing, spending $150 million for 21,000 homeless people. And they're thinking, well, where's mine? And they're not saying that, but I'd be saying that. You know, if I'm living in Chicago, so you take care of all and most of them are, I don't know most, but a majority are immigrants.
Yeah.
You know, who shouldn't be here in the first place. The reason why I bring this story back is because, okay, I got to find this. Hold on. What the hell is this? Oh, here we go. Okay, I got to punch this in here. This is why. You know that Michael Rapaport?
Yep.
That loudmouth, nasty-speaking Michael Rapaport, the actor? And he's a pretty good actor, although I don't think he veers from who he is in his roles. But we have played many of his little rants on Twitter over the past several years. He hates Donald Trump. Despises him.
This guy's a douchebag.
Yes, Michael Rapaport has thrown Donald Trump under the bus and called him the most disparaging names. Well, back to our black friends in Chicago saying, you know, we're not about to vote Democrat anymore. This is a guy that can't stand Trump. The fact that this is coming out of his pie hole tells you a lot about where we are in America today. I haven't doctored this. This is brand new from Michael Rapaport on Twitter or one of the many social sites.
If it comes down to pig dick Donald Trump and smoking Joe Biden, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Voting for pig dick Donald Trump is on the table. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. I'll still call him slob dick Donald Trump, pig dick Donald Trump, and all that. But we need to get this whole fucking situation under control.
And all that. And all that. Now, Mark, spoke when he probably shouldn't, so you could hear this. So I'm going to play it one more time. This is Michael Rapaport, a man who vehemently hates Donald Trump. And we have played many of his notations throughout the several years.
Wait, I'm getting ready to interrupt it again. Go ahead.
Okay.
If it comes down to pig dick Donald Trump and smoking Joe Biden, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Voting for pig dick Donald Trump is on the table.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking sorry. I'll still call him slob dick Donald Trump, pig dick Donald Trump.
And by the way, why would he do that if he's ready to vote for him?
I don't know. This guy is such an a-hole.
No, he is such an a-hole. But do you understand what's going on here in America?
I'm sorry. Shut up, punk.
But we need to get this whole fucking situation under control.
Yeah, when you have a Michael Rapaport now coming to
I see your point.
to Trump's side. Yeah. See, it's not a popularity contest for me. I don't need to bed Donald Trump. I don't need to have dinner with him. I don't need to spend any time with him. His Twitter remarks, he says nasty things on occasion. I simply want a president that is a great president and does right by the American people. You don't have to love him, but as long as he does the right thing. Michael Rapaport, you big douchey piece of crap, thank you for proving our point. A big hour upcoming, and some facts on Bigfoot next. Yeah, let me see if I can find this. There's a cool Billy Vera thing. The Tattoo Dave. God, I can't wait till his health is better. I love that guy. Oh, this is cool. We've never played this on the show. So this is simply for you watching us on YouTube, on Rumble, and on X. The terrestrial stations will not get this part. This is Billy Vera, and Tattoo Dave caught this, I guess, with his phone, and it recorded sort of an a cappella version of Billy Vera singing At This Moment. I think you'll, listen, it's better than hearing Dimesh Pode for the 50 millionth time. Here we go.
You guys saying to with the porn star karaoke.
Here we go.
What did you think I would do at this moment
You have 6 minutes.
when you're standing before me with tears in your eyes, trying to tell me that you found you another, and you just don't love me no more. Oh, what did you think I would say at this moment when I'm faced with the knowledge that you just don't love me? Did you think I would curse you or say things to hurt you? 'Cause you just don't love me no more. Did you think I could hate you or raise my hands to you? Now come on, you know me too well. And how could I hurt you when, darling, I love you, and you know I'd never hurt you. Whoa, what do you think I would give at this moment? If you stay, I'd subtract 20 years from my life, and I'd fall down on my knees, kiss the ground that you walk on. If I could just hold you again.
Oh, man.
I know.
No, it's killing me again.
I'm crying.
Oh, no.
How can it not?
No, Billy Brown is the best.
And I'd fall down on my knees.
Oh.
And I'd kiss the ground that you walk on, baby.
Yeah.
If I could just hold you. If I play the chord, mother. Could just hold you.
Oh, here comes a high note. This could be a...
We'll see if it comes.
Okay.
I sang last night. If I... If I could just hold you. Again.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Got a dry eye in
Oh
the
my
house.
God.
Billy Vera.
I got tears running down my
Right,
freaking
right.
eyes, man.
Not a dry
Oh,
seat in the house.
I want you.
All right, here we go. It's Rigneys. This is important. I have to share this with you. So important. Listen to me. It is a little known historical fact that the ancient pharaohs were buried with their arms crossed because they believed there would be countless water slides in the afterlife. Oh, man, he hated it.
Now, as we go to break, the great Rigdon Dees, a.k.a. Rick Dees in the morning, this is a very long intro, so there are many posts. This is an extended version, so good luck and take us out on Outlaw Radio.
Oh, wow. I don't even know the hit yet, but
Yeah, you do. Hold on. No, it's tough. It's tough because you wouldn't kind of know it yet. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Slap me inside my head now. Hold on. Casey and the Sunshine Band, I'm your boogie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, wait a minute, hold on a second. I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am. I'm into whatever I can. Be it early morning or late at night. Be it ever. I want it tight.
Yeah, get it now, Ring it.
Boogeyman.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your boogeyman.
Come on now. Step my head now.
I'm your boogeyman.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Magic Matt. Oh, yeah. It's called walking on the vocal as much as you... You're going to walk on it. They always say, step all over it and irritate the hell out of everybody. Okay. Now, it is internet radio. Is it okay if I say fist you up the... All right. We'll be right back.
On the epitome of radio broadcasting, that's Rick Dees and Outlaw Radio.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He's just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
Had to lighten them up loud.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Had to lighten up.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
The percussion on this, that's the great Bevan, formerly of Jeff Lynne's ELO. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. So good. From Face to Music. That's the album where they all have their faces smushed up against the glass. And then there's an electric chair on the cover.
Love it.
Brilliant. Yeah, that Jeff Lynne, man. If he could just get his act together as a producer, don't you think?
Yeah. If he'd just learn a few instruments.
It's just a dirty, rotten shame. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.com, on X, a.k.a. Twitter, and the finest radio stations throughout the country. All right. How are you, my friend? This is, I believe, direct from Colorado. Am I wrong?
That's right. Aspen, Colorado.
Now, that ain't a bad place to live, man. I got a feeling, even this time of year, especially if you're a skier, do you get up there on the slopes or do you ski? Both questions.
Absolutely, Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio. Season's just about to start, and I can't wait for it.
Do you snowboard or do you ski?
I bet he skis. I bet he's a skier.
I ski more than snowboard.
Yeah.
I go both ways when it comes to skiing and snowboarding.
All right. This man is Gregory T. Simmons of Staunch Moderates. We had him on the show, it seems like a couple years ago, and, you know, I didn't completely understand this concept of Staunch Moderates, and Mark C.G. Boyer, yeah, he's the one that, as you're watching us on YouTube and on Rumble right now, he's the one sleeping. And I'm not making that up. He's sleeping.
Oh, he's
my friend.
out.
Oh yeah, he's
either that or passed away. I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, well, don't wake him, because either way, this man is going to live to be 120 years old. Even though, yeah,
as long as there's chips and cookies around, he will live until he's 120.
Oh, of course. Yeah. By the way, Gregory T. Simmons, do you eat snack food? You seem like a pretty healthy guy. Do you eat chips?
You know, I've gone gluten-free to stay alive, so I eat very healthy. Yes.
Yeah, but it's gluten-free.
Only corn chips, not flour tortilla chips.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's gluten-free because you're gluten affects you, or is it just because you've heard gluten is bad for you? Because there's a certain amount of gluten your body actually not needs, but it doesn't harm you.
Yeah.
To the people that are not allergic, or it affects you in that.
By the way, I never thought we'd get into a gluten conversation, but yeah, I mean, is it because you?
But here we are.
Yeah, but have you read a lot of nasty things that gluten does to your body?
No, I never thought I'd go gluten, and then I had this stomach disease called diverticulitis.
Oh no! Hey! By the way, hold on.
It blew up my stomach. My girlfriend got me to go gluten free, and I've been free from stomach pain.
Beautiful.
Gregory T. Simmons of Staunch Moderates, I must tell you that is the reason why, that ailment is the reason why our producer is out, the great Tattoo Dave, and I'm having to produce the show today because he has been in the hospital for several weeks because of exactly that dilemma. And I'll tell you what, he had to have an operation, and it's a hellish thing. So if it kept you from that
disease, and once we have the operation, it's supposed to go away. Man, did it come screaming back on me. That's why I went gluten free.
Oh, no kidding. So you did have the operation?
I did, and it's never supposed to come back after the operation. And it came back, but it could be scar tissue anyway.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Okay, so here's the bottom line on this Gregory T. Simmons, who lives in Aspen, lives the life. I've seen the interior of his home in this brand new movie that they have out there. And Mark C.G. Boyer and my own self were at the screening for this at the beautiful London Hotel. And I want to take time out of my busy schedule of smoking cigars and drinking vast amounts of bourbon and eating a glutinous steak product by telling you...
Living the life.
Yeah, by telling you, Gregory, you are a gracious man. The wine, and I'm not, I love a great wine, but usually with a steak, and there was no meat product that night, but I'm not bitching because that spicy tuna on rice was delectable, and it went well.
Yeah, those were pretty good.
Yeah, for some reason went well with the red wine, copious amounts of red wine served that night.
That sounds great.
And it was a great time, and I'm watching you in a different light in this movie. The first time you were on, I'm thinking, okay, Staunch Moderate, so you're moderate, you're not left, you're not right, you're in the middle, and, how in the hell will that work? Well, whether it works or not, the new light that I see this man in is that I find him a gracious sweetheart of a man who walks the walk, and I believe he talks the talk, and I believe he believes that, it would be better, as we do on this show, although we veer right on this show, but I think he believes that life would be better if we all got along. We agree with you there. We agree, Gregory.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against it all getting along.
But there are arguments against the concept of being a staunch moderate, although you could convince me. I mean, you have, after 2 years, you have my ear, and I appreciate more than anything, I appreciate the fact that I believe you are an honest guy who just simply wants to have a happy day. I mean, you can tell by that really stupid, ridiculous wig you're wearing in that movie.
What do you mean the wig I'm wearing? You mean our Bigfoot mascot named Staunch?
No, hold on.
Costume Bigfoot, 8 feet tall.
Hold on a second. Before I get to your Bigfoot, you forget about the wig that you're wearing in one part of that movie when you're dancing to the hip hop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're dropping the track. Socrates Cafe.
Oh, you're dropping it, baby.
Yeah,
I'm wearing the wig. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, by the way, now Snoop Dogg just gave up the weed. Are you a weed guy? Do you ever suck in the old jointaroo?
I'm weed free these days.
Well, can't we just all get a bong?
Yeah,
get along.
No. No. Yeah, I've never even tried weed, but that's my thing.
Helps me sleep.
Listen, whatever your excuse. excuses.
Well, it helps me just not face reality.
Yeah,
I don't
that sounds more
and
like
it helps
it.
me write better on guitar. I mean, for some reason, I write a lot better.
Listen, I have no problem with it as long as you don't get behind the wheel. I mean, have a happy day. It's legal here in California, which is sort of meaningless because there are many things that are legal in this friggin'
mushrooms are legal now,
ridiculous state. But I will tell you that this Gregory T. Simmons, staunch moderates, in a nutshell, and you wanted to explain what a staunch moderate happens to be, how would you explain it, Gregory T. Simmons?
A staunch moderate is anybody that goes to our website, staunchmoderates.org, and clicks on the button to say join and receive our newsletters, and you just became a staunch moderate.
Wow.
It's basically embracing the philosophy of setting our differences aside. I'll say again, setting our differences aside, finding common middle ground, reaching across the aisle, evaluating, negotiating, compromising, and deciding the most equitable solutions humanly possible. Embracing that philosophy and living by that philosophy. That's a staunch moderate.
God bless you, man. I really hope, Matt, that he gets these people to follow and sign up.
Well, but the problem is that okay, so they punch on it and they click. And by the way, I'm not telling you not to. In fact, it doesn't hurt me to do that, and I haven't done that yet. But this man, Gregory T. Simmons, can probably convince me to do such a thing because he's so likable.
But I wonder if they pimp people for donations like the NRA.
No, hold on a second. You're talking to the man. You're talking to the head of this movement.
Yeah, because I'm a member of the NRA, and the problem with them, and I believe in the Second Amendment definitely 100%, but I'm a member of and they always bug me for this donation. that donation,
So Gregory, do you accept donations?
I've never hit you up for a donation, have I, man?
No, you have not. He truly has not.
No, he's giving you sushi and wine.
But I do have a question for you. Are you a proponent of our Second Amendment?
A proponent or an opponent? I'm moderate. I'm in between. I see both sides of the argument, and
I don't.
Whatever.
That's my brother Mark.
Come to is a compromise, and that's basically the philosophy on everything.
There is no other side of it.
Hey, Mark, chill. It's my show. Here's the bottom line,
Just
Gregory.
being honest, man.
Oh, okay. Well,
Isn't that what this show's about?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Right? But you already made your point. And so to double down on your point is like some lefty freak, yelling into a canyon, or some far righty nutbag who,
okay, enough. I got the point.
Same sort of thing. And now I forgot where was I going on this, Mark? Or were you sleeping?
You were going with staunch moderates and how it works.
I knew that part. I meant
on the Second Amendment.
Yes, I meant specifically. So when it comes to the Second Amendment, I don't understand how you can be in the middle ground, in that we're already in the middle ground with all these laws concerning the Second Amendment. Aren't we already there, Gregory?
Yeah, I do believe we're there in middle ground, and the extremists on both sides are freaking out about it, and the moderates are all cool with it. Basically, it's the Second Amendment and gun control and mass murders in the United States. It's just a mess, and the United States formula, then there's the Australian formula, then there's the Swiss formula, and who's got it right? It's a mess here in the United States, but I don't think it's all because of the Second Amendment, because if legal gun ownership versus black market gun ownership, there's still going to be mass killing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you began your ride in life as a conservative, correct, Greg?
I've been conservative. When I got into show business, of course, I became a Democrat because everybody in show business has become a Democrat. And I've gone back to the conservative side of the fence, and I'm a moderate conservative.
Yeah, and that okay, but once again, that means okay. When it comes to how about the First Amendment? Are you totally with us on the First Amendment? Did America get that right?
I support Elon Musk and him buying Twitter regarding that.
All right, good. I'm glad to hear that.
I'm behind you.
Freedom of speech all the way.
Yeah, freedom of speech, man. That's first and foremost, and then everything sort of falls behind that notion. And I must tell you that spending a couple hours with that Sybil Danning, that was some fun. You spent some time with her, did you not?
Yeah. Took some pictures on the red carpet with her. She's a sweetheart. Very nice lady.
And she's, the funny thing is we're sitting there sipping wine and thinking about smoking cigars, but of course you cannot smoke cigars inside anywhere in California, in most states these days. I said, Sybil, it'd be fun to have you come over to the show. And she said, Matt, I was on your show. It's the shack in the back, right? I said, oh, yeah. She said, well, that was the night that I drank too much bourbon and I crashed my car.
Her husband's car.
Yeah. So she promises to be back here and,
with a driver.
Yeah. And even though we're at
come with the driver this time.
Yeah. But you know that Gregory T. Simmons, even though we are there and we're good viewers of this, and it's only about 90 minutes, right? And it's sort of a biographical, what is Staunch Moderates? We don't necessarily, we're not in your camp, but you want us to be in your camp, correct?
Yeah, I want everybody to be in the camp to, to strive to get along as a priority, which is we really moving away from in society today. And we even think that with the Staunch Moderates experience is a new thing that we're developing, and we think it should be a required course in high schools, junior high school, and college, all focusing on getting along. A civics course, but not civics as we were taught in our generation growing up,
right.
But more literally taught how to get along, because we're moving away from that because of the extreme advancement in technology,
Agreed.
Social media, and AI coming at us like a steam train.
Yeah, it is.
In all of its causing all this extremism, partisanship, vitriol, and hate, and we need to move away from that to more of a moderate, peaceful, loving society like back in the day, Matt. You remember?
See, Mart, you do get the impression that this man is sincere, right?
Well, yes, I do.
And that's what that was the bug that bit me the other night at this screening, that I really like this man.
And what he just said,
and
Matt,
I want to help this man.
What he just said sounded a lot like me. And now you take this or leave it, whatever, but you're more conservative you're more on that way, because you said you're sick of the media, the AI company. We are, as being on the right, not extreme right, but we're on the right. We don't like what's going on. I call myself a pragmatist because I am. I am a pragmatist. I want what is best for the people of this country. Now, I am not a globalist. Now, in the Staunch Moderates, are you globalists?
We do, our philosophy, we do reach internationally. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not a globalist.
But that doesn't mean that just because we're striving for the world to get along, that doesn't mean that all the world should be one.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
See this? We agree on many more items than we disagree about. And hey, as I understand it, a little publicist Birdie told me you are unveiling massive billboards on Sunset Boulevard and or around Hollywood.
Yeah. We're gonna have a billboard on La Brea starting on the 20th.
Awesome, dude.
That's in 2 days, and one on Sunset. We're also gonna have one on Times Square. Mission Peace. Everybody, keep an eye out for it.
Yeah,
it's an unusual looking billboard because it's a billboard for the Mission Peace. For your consideration.
Right.
Think about it. For your consideration. Mission Peace.
Mission Peace. He's getting that point. Boy, this guy's a promoter, and you gotta be if you're in Aspen and trying to promote this Bigfoot. Now I need to ask you, Do you believe that Bigfoot exists?
Yeah, because I'm the owner of them. I'm in the Bigfoot business. Heck yeah.
Okay.
Also, there's going to be Bigfoot's football and Bigfoot's baseball. Everybody stay tuned. It's coming to you soon.
Well, now he's saying this flippantly, Matt. But
No, he's not. No, he's not saying it flippantly.
Because I'm from the Northwest.
No, Mark, stop. No, he's not. He's 100% serious.
Trademarks on all the above.
See that?
Yeah.
He has trademarks. No, he believes this 100%. And explain to me, because the one thing that it was not distilled down in Mission Peace, the movie that we watched the other night at the London and Beverly Hills, it was not distilled down why Bigfoot is your mascot.
Yes, okay. Well, Bigfoot, yeah, it is. The reason that Bigfoot is our mascot is we're a philosophical, intellectual movement. Moderate, staunch moderate. The Bigfoot of the country, like 80 or 90% of us, all moderates. If you're not a moderate, you're an extremist. It's either or. And I'm arguing that 80 or 90% of the country's moderates, people that just want to get by and live their life and raise their families and have a roof over their head, go to work. Then there's the extremists that make all the noise from both sides. Okay, also, Bigfoot is like the most popular folklore character in the country, and we're in the paradigm shifting business from the most terrifying folklore character to the coolest being on the planet. Also paradigm shifting from all the extremism, vitriol, and hate into a more moderate, peaceful, loving society. That's what we're in the business of. That's why Bigfoot makes sense as our mascot.
Okay. Now, is it just me, or and please correct me if I'm wrong, but that was not an explanation why Bigfoot is their mascot.
No.
It's still... See, and I think we have to work on this, Greg. I have some ideas.
Triple reason explanation.
Yeah, but Gregory T. Simmons of Staunch Moderates, I must tell you that I think we have to work on this. I truly have some ideas for you that you can distill this down in one sentence why Bigfoot is your guy, is your mascot. And there's nothing about that in the documentary, Mission Peace.
Give me your sentence. I'm listening.
Oh, no. I don't give this stuff away for free. Are you kidding? Well, we'll have to talk about it on the phone. You can steal it from me that way.
$80 an hour.
But I'm not going to put it out there yet, but I'm telling you, this in a nutshell is why Bigfoot is your mascot.
Right.
So I'm going to keep you wanting more, if you don't mind, Gregory.
That's fine, Matt.
See, Gregory...
Matt.
Yes, Gregory T. Simmons.
And Gregory, this is Marty.
That's my brother, Mart.
And so I'm from the Northwest. I really do physically, because I believe in Bigfoot. I used to hunt up in the Northwest, and I've had experiences. I've had run-ins with unexplained things out way up hunting deer in the mountains.
Yeah, Mart, they're called wildebeest. They're called hussies.
Oh, that's right. It's Seattle, so there is a lot of big hussies up there.
Yeah, that waft of a hairy beast. Yeah. That's okay. Before we let you go, Gregory T. Simmons, do you enjoy? It's your beautiful Aspen retreat there. Do you enjoy on occasion a little bourbon, or did you give up booze years ago when you gave up hallucinogens?
I gave up booze years ago. I had plenty of that stuff.
Okay, all right. And
I got over it, Matt.
Okay, I guess I'm not of that age yet. But I think that I'm probably older by a year or two. Hey, Greg, how old a guy are you? Do you publicize that, or do you care?
I have no problem. I'm 60 years old.
All right. Congratulations. We're in the same ballpark, my friend. But I have not given up the booze because I want at one time to keep Betty Ford clinics in business. So there's a method to my madness here. I was a fan.
The way to keep her in business is you keep going to rehab time and time again.
Did you?
Is that what you're doing, Matt?
Yeah. Hey, were you ever in rehab?
Nah.
Yeah, that makes two of us. No. Moderation, right? Isn't that what we're talking about?
Moderation is key. One thing I do indulge in, like I know you like to do, is I enjoy my cigars.
I love that. Well, we shall have a cigar together next time you're in town. I understand there will be a little get-together when it comes to the unveiling of the billboards here in Hollywood, right?
Yeah, we've got to have a cigar then. That'd be great for you to be there. I'd really enjoy that.
I must ask, is Bigfoot in the billboard?
No.
Oh, damn.
Wait. Actually, he is in the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, yeah, they got Bigfoot everywhere.
He is in the bottom left-hand corner on Planet
I think you should have made him the focus.
It's a mission, for your consideration, Mission Peace billboard. You'll all see it. There's a space capsule flying through space, coming upon Planet Moderates, and down on Planet Moderates, there's a Bigfoot.
All right.
Bottom left-hand corner of the billboard. You all can see it driving up and down Sunset.
All right, Mark, down, boy. I really have to go to break. I must tell you, Gregory T. Simmons, does my heart good having you on this planet. I am a fan of yours. I love your graciousness. I think you're a really good guy, and to be continued if you don't mind.
Looking forward to it, Matt.
There he is.
Marty, nice being on with you.
Nice meeting you, man.
There he is. Gregory T. Simmons, staunch moderates. We got a lot to get to. So little talent on the big dog of broad chasing. Meant to say casting. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
When socialism arrives, you're going to want to be ready to look at the glass as half full, even if the glass is empty, or even if there is no glass, because you're starving to death. Here are 9 upsides to socialism you might not have considered. Number 1. You can finally meet your weight loss goal. If these current trends hold, you'll be down to a slim, girlish 75 pounds by the end of the month. Number 2, your wife will be limited to only a couple of decorative pillows. Save the leather couch cushions to boil into this year's neighborhood Stone Soup Festival. Number 3, kids aren't nearly as noisy when they're dehydrated. For big families living under socialism, silver linings abound. Number 4, everyone is happy. Because if you're not, straight to the gulag you go. I'm happy. I swear. Number 5, you'll meet all kinds of nice people while standing in the bread line. Broaden your horizons. Or should we say, bread in your horizons. Eh?
You want me?
Trapped in a dive bar on the politically incorrect side of the tracks.
Cleaning my rifle, dreaming of you.
Radio from the Hollywood fringe. Smoking, drinking, interrupting. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
Cleaning my rifle and dreaming of you.
Scratching your audio itch every Saturday.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, a.k.a. Twitter, and the greatest radio stations in the nation. Oh, yeah. In between. I was supposed to redo this song, and I tried one stab at it, and I didn't like it. So I parodied this song. It was lovely. Biden.
Hating every minute of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it could still be done.
Well, yeah, if I had the inclination to do such a thing. Do love that Lover Boy, though. I think this was their best song. Huh. You know, minor chords.
It is one of their greatest songs.
Bob up and bite me now. Bob up and bite my big mo-filled ass now. Well, there was no need for those lyrics, huh?
Not really.
No.
On a happy day like this?
No.
I don't know what makes us stay so happy.
I'll tell you, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Happy Thanksgiving. Hey, and speaking of happiness, Joy Beastar. Joy Behar, she's always happy. She's, now I got to punch this up. Hold on. Oh, man, producing the show. Come on, Tattoo Dave.
I don't think he's ever coming back.
Get your ass back here, man.
I think he's home now, though.
Joy Beastar says, saying you love Trump and Jesus is an oxymoron. Well, you're half right when describing Joy Beastar. And by the way, in this clip, Whoopi is looking rough. I mean, rougher than usual.
Oh, she's not hot anymore?
No. I was wondering what happened to her. Remember when she could have been a Bond girl?
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
But man, she's getting that Whoopi Goldberg. She's getting a little rough around the old edge-a-roos. Yeah, not the pretty girl that.
I know that Ted Danson dated.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
I mean, Ted, you got her when she was hot. Didn't he?
She was a hot.
I mean, he probably looks back and says, "Man, I pegged that when she was a naughty, frisky, hot little Hollywood fledgling."
Bond girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Right? Octo Whoopi. Yeah, now I was going to say she has facial hair. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Many an Italian women that I've known.
Wait, she's not Italian.
Many an Italian women I've known have donned facial hair, having nothing to do with Whoopi being Italian or not Italian. American. Bihar, saying you love Trump and Jesus is an oxymoron. They start off with Nikki Haley in this clip, and this is one of the rare times that I sort of agree with the panel of The View regarding what's happening on the right, at least from Nikki Haley's camp. You know, hot number. Would I rather have Nikki than any other Democrat? Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. But is she my choice? No. I think she's Bushy. I think she's one of the Bushes. I think she's in that league. You know, I think she's certainly not conservative enough for me. I don't even know if she's conservative.
I like her.
But I do too. Did I not just say that, Mark? Did you hear me say that? Is there an echo in here?
This is one of those days, Mark.
Yes, there's an echo.
Yeah, I think I said that. But they're talking about Nikki Haley, and believe it or not, the View hosts here at that panel of wildebeests will explain what Nikki is talking about, and I agree with them and not with Nikki Haley.
In China, Chinese and Iranians having free speech.
Okay, they'll explain.
So didn't she come back?
I don't know what just happened.
No, yeah.
I don't know what
I don't understand it either because you.
By the way, that's what Ted Danson said. I don't know what just happened there. Woo! Too many Mai Tais.
Under the Constitution, you have free speech. Yes. And so you can post whatever you want to post anonymously.
Now, I love this part though. They're expressing, when it suits their ways, they love free speech. Right. But of course, they're all into free speech. But I agree with them because Nikki Haley wants to put a damper on free speech when it comes to social media and feels as though we should all identify ourselves. And I disagree. You want to be, what do they call those idiot sticks that post and then they run away? There's a name for them. I can't think of them. Seems like with the three of us here, someone would be able to come up with that. But they're known as the idiot sticks that live in their mom and dad's basement. And they'll post, they'll take a little swing, and then they'll leave.
It's like the kid in high school that would instigate a fight and then run and let the other guy take care of it.
Yeah, but the difference here is you don't know who these people are, and I don't agree with Nikki that they need to be identified, and I can't believe I agree with this wildebeest panel of The View.
It's protected. And what makes me concerned is if you want to be the chief executive of this country and you want to swear an oath to the Constitution, I would have hoped you have read it. And so for her to say, Americans...
Oh, God, I love someone from The View talking about the Constitution.
You know what I wish? I wish these girls on The View
would be canceled?
Well, yeah, would do like a bathing suit calendar.
Oh,
I mean, man.
Yeah, that'd be a good look. Oh, that'd be a good look. Oh, man, I was going to be really rude there, and no. I mean, you can just smell the flatulence in that shoot, from Whoopi especially. And even more so from Joy Beastar.
You can do it anonymously, but I don't want all these other people to do it. Those people could be Americans.
Here we go.
She may be talking about bots.
But I don't know what she's talking about.
Of course you don't, Joy. You don't know what anyone's really, truly talking about, do you, Joy Beastar?
The thing that somebody pointed out was, I would like people to identify themselves, because they write mean things to me, and then I look up their...
There we go, in my backyard. You see, it's in her backyard. Yes. So people write mean things to me, and I want to know who they are, so that I can go after them, and I can lamplight them. No, what do they call that?
Gaslight.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Lamplight? I like lamplight better.
So they can lamplight them. And, I want to know because I want to go after them and I want to boycott them because, see, that's the left. That's what they like doing. They like boycotting. Now, you might be saying, well, Matt, what about Bud Light? We never asked for a boycott. We just said, we don't agree with this. Did we ask for a boycott? Maybe we did. Sometimes it works.
And it always says, love Trump, love Jesus. I love Jesus, too. We all love Jesus.
I doubt it.
But they love Trump and Jesus. That's an oxymoron.
Nah. And the crowd goes wild.
That's right. How is it the downside to saying people have to identify themselves? Yeah. Someone pointed this out before. During the Arab Spring, where you have whistleblowers, when they're trying to fight their government, and they have to be anonymous, or they will suffer the consequences in their country.
Now, I disagree with that, by the way. If you are a whistleblower, you should be identified. You should be identified.
I agree, yeah.
But on social media, who gives an ass? I mean, who really gives an ass?
So there's two sides
and it has a chilling effect on...
Right, but that's government.
That's important.
That's foreign now. Government intervention is the problem, because I wish the social media companies would come together and eliminate anonymous users for the very fact that...
Okay, and if they do, then that's fine. It's their decision, but it shouldn't be mandated by the government.
No.
There's less government, my friends, much less government. I think even Stanley P. Simmons, Craig
Bigfoot.
Yeah, the Bigfoot guy from Staunch Moderates, I think he would agree with me on that.
Misinformation is spreading at a ridiculous level. When we were talking...
By the way, Gregory T. Simmons, a gracious man.
...about TikTok and the users that are getting 76% of people 18 to 24 are on TikTok.
And by the way... 100% of those are idiots. Those young'uns on TikTok are the dumbest sons of bitches, and most of them un-American, because you're dealing with those who have been indoctrinized by these higher learning quote unquote institutions and have screwed them up royally. Now, do I put it on the institutions? No. I put it on these little dumbbolts who are 22 years old or 18 or 17 or 24 who can't see the light of day and who can't suss out the facts. It doesn't take that long to do a little deep drill into any topic.
One of those people who admit that's their news source has doubled since 2020. It is not a coincidence.
You understand what she just said? So these little dumbbolts are admitting that their news source is what?
Twitter. Social media.
TikTok.
I've never had TikTok, so I don't even know how that works. But
Yeah, well, don't give them your info because then China has everything on you, including your bank accounts. I don't think I'm going out on a limb here. It's invented by China. You have to sign an agreement with them, and I'm telling you, it frightens me.
We woke up this morning to a letter from Osama bin Laden going viral on TikTok as he was lauded. This is a jihadist, hateful, despicable human being being lauded.
Yep.
And if that's your only source of news, which a lot of young people are not checking and balancing. Some people say,
wait, isn't that what I just said? Yes. Yeah. And but this and so they're taking this as the facts, and now they feel for these people, and it's like down with the Jews. All these youngins. There is so much Jew hatred right now. My God, I wish I were a Jew. I wish I were a Jew so I could kick some friggin' slimy. Okay, I'm getting worked up.
mainstream media has always leaned. There's a lot of checks and balances to mainstream media. There are regulations. There are a lot of faces and heads and identified people behind these organizations that are fired, that are let go, that have to give corrections, that have to do 1,000 things. We have a whole generation of people consuming TikTok as if it is the law.
By the way, this is the blonde chick on there. This is the blonde chick who I think that she sort of stands for moderate conservatives.
Oh.
I think that's who she is. I believe so.
And it is creating a radical
I don't watch the show. Only clips that people send me, like this one.
young movement right now that is scary.
And we can't forget where TikTok came from, which was from the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, meant for the purpose of dividing America from within. So what it does is...
Isn't that funny? And that's a leftist talking about this, believing this. See, there is some common ground. Well, there is some common ground here.
That targets the most vulnerable among us, which is the youngest generation, who's impressionable. Right. In one study, they found that within 2.5 minutes of getting onto TikTok, you can be served of ads promoting suicide, promoting eating disorders. Those are the self-harm and mental health side effects of TikTok. But it also seen a massive uptick in anti-American sentiment.
Big time.
And during the Israeli-Hamas war, which is, there's a lot of disinformation on both sides, a massive amount of disinformation that's being intentionally...
Well, there's a massive amount of disinformation coming from one side. Starts with an A, ends with an S. Sounds like hummus.
Targeted to people.
Well, you know, I think if people grew some cojones...
Oh, here we go.
And made the laws work for the people in their countries.
There you go, Whoopi.
Listen, in this country,
more laws.
You have the ability to say whatever you want to say.
Anonymously.
You can be anonymous.
Yes, you can.
But I think if you're going to be there giving your opinion about whatever it is, we should be able to engage. I should know what you're saying. If you're bullying my kid, I want to know who you are. I should know.
But so articulate. Oh, God. You know, I don't say cancel the show. Just cancel Whoopi. What an idiot. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. I know Tattoo Dave is watching. Tattoo Dave, get your ass back in here, you son of a bitch.
Dive bar at the end of the Walk of Fame. The cartilage left over in a bag of Popeye's chicken. Chronic talk from stars, would-be stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen. What a boy would be if Siegfried and Roy had a son.
Blondie! Yeah. Greatest movies of all time, Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns.
Oh, man.
The greatest, hands down. Those three movies.
I agree.
The greatest. And they hold up to this day. You know, I never really talked to Mark C.G. Boyer about Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns because he is a fanboy when it comes to James Bond. Yeah, I'm not a fanboy. I guess you could call me that. I'm a Bond aficionado as well. But do you appreciate the Clint Eastwood spaghetti western?
God, yes. I have the box set.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
And as you're watching those, don't you wish you were Clint Eastwood in those movies?
Yes.
Yes.
Just like I wish I was James Bond and those.
I kind of wish I was Lee Van Cleef, man, because he was a badass.
Yeah, but he was the bad guy in Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yeah,
he was the bad. Yeah. Even though I always thought Eli Wallach was pretty bad too.
Well, yeah.
You know,
I mean, they gave him the moniker the Ugly, but it's funny because this Italian guy from New York plays a Mexican guy, and he does it well, man.
Who's that?
Eli Wallach.
Jewish.
Oh, Jewish.
Yeah, nice try, though.
Nice try.
Yeah. But I do understand he was married to an Italian woman with facial hair.
That's where it came
facial
from.
hair. Oh, yeah.
I saw it.
You got to do a lot of waxing. You got to do it. If you're a female Italian, you got to do a lot of waxing. Right. Am I wrong about this?
No, you're not.
And if I am, please comment on our YouTube page if I'm wrong about waxing and Italian women. Yes, Mark?
I went and saw all of the no-name movies he made on his own. You know, High Plains Drifter.
By the way, High Plains Drifter, brilliant. Oh, I just saw it must have been the 8th time, but damn it, it's like watching it for the first time. He plays the preacher.
Yes, I love that movie. His daughter.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell is that? But what's the movie?
God, I love that movie, too.
He plays the preacher. Let me tell you, it's not the opening scene, but it's within the first few minutes. When his character is exposed and he uses that stick to beat the living hell out of those sons of bitches who are kicking the ass of this poor dude, man, who's just a humble, sweet man. And it's the horse, White Horse. No, come on, Mark, you're the fact checker.
Horse with no name.
By the way, we have listeners and viewers to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio right now who they're shouting out the name of this movie and they're pissed that I can't come up with it. But that was a brilliant movie.
It was.
And in fact,
I always forget about that one.
Sean Penn's brother was in that too, who is departed. I smoked cigars with that dude in Santa Monica one time. Nice enough guy, and too bad he's gone. Speaking of movies, Equalizer 3 is it out yet, or it's?
It'll be heading into streaming very soon.
I read a review, Mark. Here's the good news: worthy ending to terrific movie star franchise. Denzel has done it again. I love this guy. I love Denzel, and I loved Equalizer 1. I liked Equalizer 2. Looking forward to Equalizer 3. Have you seen Equalizer, Mark?
I have.
I saw the first two, loved them. I didn't get a chance to see the third one.
The third one is, I just asked, isn't it coming out?
Yes, it's been out in theaters for a couple of months.
It has?
Right, it's coming to streaming now.
Okay.
And Matt, if you were asking me, I thought you were, but
By the way, did you hear what Mark just said? He said it's been out for a couple months. I would bet $5 that it has not been out a couple months.
Oh, I bet more than that.
You would? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mark makes things up as he goes along.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But no, they're great.
Lot to get to. Bill Cosby in the news again. When are they going to leave this guy alone? Now, if he did what he supposedly did, you know, he deserved his time in jail. But come on. The newest is from 50 years ago?
Oh, my God.
Oh, how do you prove a case in court from 50 years? We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
The top story tonight, and police are warning Christmas partygoers to be alert. The warning is targeted at men in particular who frequent local pubs, clubs and parties over the festive season. West Midlands police are urging men to be alert and stay cautious when offered a drink from any woman. Police say there has been a rise in complaints by men that women are using a date rape drug called beer, which is widely available in liquid form. It's reported that beer is used by female sexual predators to persuade their male victims to go home and have sex with them. A woman need only offer a man a few units of beer before a man is rendered helpless and will soon often succumb to the desires to perform sexual acts on the most horrific-looking women whom they'd never normally be attracted to. In the more serious cases reported to police in the last 12 months, victims have been swindled out of their life savings in a familiar scam known as a relationship. In the most extreme cases, the female may be shrewd enough to entrap an unsuspecting man into a longer-term form of mental and financial punishment known as marriage. In other news,
for the first time, the West's greatest outlaws in one great epic. The Outlaws is coming.
Name something a doctor might pull out of a person. Darcy.
A gerbil.
See, the guy just cannot, he's looking at her, he can't believe she said that. This is Outlaw Radio.
The Outlaws is coming. And the Stooges is ready.
He can't believe she said that. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen and the Demons of Decadence. Hear it right here every week.
The Outlaws is coming, isn't they?
You give me that funny feeling in my tummy.
hickey that rolls?
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
Tell me what you want.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He's just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all his guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon. Outlaw Radio.
Welcome back, my friendlies. Welcome back. Happy Thanksgiving. A sincere happy Thanksgiving to you. Certainly hope you have the moistest Thanksgiving in the history of Thanksgivings.
Yes, I agree. And I send the same sentiment, but there's always that one person, either it's the drunk uncle or there's always the one person.
Wait, that could be me.
Well, I didn't say you, but there's just one person that comes in and crap hits the fan sometimes, and that's kind of why I like it sometimes.
Yeah, I enjoy a little war.
I've seen way too much of it.
Otherwise, it's just so boring.
Yeah, it gets boring. Turkey's good. We're all full.
I vote for boring.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, of course you do, Mark. I don't know if that Leave It to Beaver family thing really ever existed. I mean, we want to believe that it did, but I think there's. I don't know. I think that there's something going on there if you're having too good a time.
Well, it's a little oh yeah, it's creepy. Like in our neighborhood in Eastmont, Washington up there, there was one family, the Maples, and they kind of had that Leave It to Beaver type atmosphere in their kitchen, and the mom and the dad. But come to find out, there's a little abuse going on.
There was a shooting? Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah.
They were such nice people.
Yeah, things are not always as they seem.
I would never have expected that he was a serial killer.
What is your favorite? Oh God, asking Mark C.G. Boyer this is really ridiculous.
Oh, let's do it anyways.
Because the answer will be everything, but if you could pinpoint one dish during your Thanksgiving meal that you like the best, what would it be? The one Thanksgiving item and by the way, why is that the only time? Well, maybe Christmas dinner where it's all gussied up and you put the tablecloth down and you got the two glasses.
And then you get the kids' table. Here's the kids' table.
It was the sweet potato pie.
Oh, no kidding. That's your favorite?
Yes.
Oh, no kidding.
My mom made the tremendous sweet potato.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So Jews do celebrate Thanksgiving.
That's my brother Mart. I just want everyone, please on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, I want your comment to be directed toward my brother Mart on that one.
Marty.
Okay, your favorite dish, Mart?
It's kind of a tough.
You've had 90 seconds to come up with one.
I just say I like potatoes and gravy and the dressing. I like that kind of stuff.
Okay, I do love a great stuffing, and my favorite would have to be an oyster stuffing with sausage.
Yeah, Mom.
That would be my favorite stuffing.
She's not going to make it this year because you're coming.
Yeah, most likely because I like it too much.
Yeah. She's making sure not to make your favorite food now.
And I love a great gravy. I'll tell you what, in my house, Gravy is a side dish. I love gravy. I love biscuits and gravy, but I love a great turkey gravy. I like a ham gravy. There's not a gravy on this planet that I don't. In fact, I have a pillow that is a gravy pillow.
Yeah.
It has a little spout in it that I can open up at 3 o'clock in the morning if I get hungry, and I just open that thing and sop up a little gravy.
Sucking her down.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's your midnight snack, folks.
Speaking of pillows and
gravy
and drugging people, Bill Cosby accuser files a new lawsuit under expiring New York survivors law. And P.S. this survivors law that was enacted because of the Me Too movement, it's gone way, way, way too far.
It has.
A woman who said Bill Cosby sexually assaulted her when she was a young comedy writer more than 50 years ago filed a lawsuit against the actor under a soon-to-expire New York law that gave victims of sexual abuse a one-year window for claims that would otherwise be barred by time limits. 50 years ago. How do you try this case? Anyone?
I don't know.
How do you try this case?
No, it's always he said, she said.
Joan Tarshis initially came forward with allegations against Cosby in 2014 that are repeated in the new lawsuit. Tarshis said Cosby, for some reason, Joan Tarshis, it seems like I know her.
It sounds familiar. The name does sound familiar.
I know her personally.
Oh.
I think I know this person. Initially came forward with allegations against Cosby. Tarshis said Cosby drugged her and forced her to perform oral sex on him in 69 or 70. Probably 69, right?
I was going to... Yeah.
And then drugged and raped her during another encounter a year or two later. If indeed these things did happen, if it was a drugging, then a rape, then yeah, the man should not be allowed on this planet. I agree with that. Joan Tarshis, I just said that. The New York resident was living in California. I swear I know her. Oh my God. Now Mark is showing me a picture of her, but that is...
Looks like Jackie Onassis, dude. I don't even know.
What? I can't tell what. Like from here, there's somehow... I'm 15 feet away.
It's magic.
I can barely read these pages in front of me. The New York resident was living in California at the time. The first assault had met Cosby through a mutual friend while he was starring in the Bill Cosby Show. A spokesperson for Cosby did not address the specifics of Tarshis's claims. Diddy, L.A. Reid, Steven Tyler are now circling back to this because they're going after Diddy, L.A. Reid, and, of course, Steven Tyler. With all the hell that Steven's going through.
Oh, man.
My God, when a Steven Tyler loses his voice, that's like losing your penis.
No,
for us people who don't sing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be.
Oh, yeah, man.
I hurt for that guy. That guy is so friggin' talented.
Well, he fell off the wagon again and started doing pills and stuff, the opioids.
Well, that's probably because he lost his voice.
Yeah, and I do too, man. I feel for the guy because, man, what a brilliant freaking musician.
Spokesperson Andrew Wyatt said, referring to others recently sued under New York's Adult Survivors Act, when is it going to stop? And it's true. That is the question.
Well, yeah.
When you can go back 50 friggin' years?
Yeah.
Cosby, he's 86 years old. So, by the way, that's a young guy.
I thought he was older.
When you me too. When you compare him to friends of mine who are in their 90s, so he's still viable. I mean, a lot of 80-year-olds, with the exception of our president, are still viable today. But he's been accused of rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment by more than 60 women. So there's a lot of truth in this.
I just gave her some jello pudding. I didn't mean to slip this Quaaludes.
And man, that sort of makes this man who has always been pretty damn funny sort of despicable.
Yes.
He's denied all the allegations involving sex crimes. He was the first celeb tried and convicted in this Me Too era. Spent nearly 3 years at a state prison near Philadelphia before a higher court overturned the conviction. Tarshis was among the first accusers to speak publicly about Cosby. They met when she was 19. And just breaking into comedy writing, an interview she did with CNN newsman Don Lemon. Boy, there's an upright citizen. Is he still with? No, he was fired a while ago. What's he doing now?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. They got rid of him a law.
Like, I bring that up as though someone cares.
I know.
What Don Lemon is doing.
Yeah.
Tarshish previously sued Cosby in Massachusetts, where Cosby had a home. She was among 7 women who filed defamation claims after Cosby branded them liars. The cases were settled in 2019. That's another thing. If a case is settled, it should be settled. So I did these things. I'm a nasty piece of crap guy, but here's whatever millions of dollars. It should be over. It should be over in the eyes of the law. Don't you agree, Mark?
Absolutely.
Right? You did the deed, and now you paid for it.
Double jeopardy. That's why we have double jeopardy.
You bet your ass, but it doesn't work that way. Not in these cases. The new lawsuit alleges assault, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress, false imprisonment. Good thing. What's his name? Give me that funky sweet, that funky stuff. Say what? Give me that. Rick James.
Rick James.
That son of a boy. I'll tell you what. Good thing he died when he did, because he'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, can you imagine the Oh yeah, and not just allegations.
Oh man, he had a cellar filled. I mean, this guy. Who's the dude that...
Silence of the Lambs?
What?
I don't know, a cellar full of women's skin, I thought you were going to say, or something.
No. I'm talking about the Flying Guy song, who's now in the big house. If I could come up with it, I'd probably play a little snippet. I will tell you, even though I've never been tested for COVID, I believe I've had COVID 2 or 3 times, because now they're saying that in years since you've had COVID, it screws with your brain. And so my memory, I have a memory loss now. R. Kelly is the guy I'm thinking of.
So you're blaming it on COVID?
Yeah.
Your memory loss on COVID.
Yeah. As opposed to what?
That'll stick. I mean, I don't know.
Well, Mart, unlike you, I read, and this just came out that they're saying.
I was actually trying to.
This comes from sources that are believable. They say that COVID, in years since COVID, if you had COVID, this will cause a degradation of your brain.
And on top of that, I heard a report.
Boy, I'll tell you, he knows how to screw up a punchline. Yes, Mark?
I heard a report that if you've had COVID before, after time, it could screw up your brain.
Okay, so that's Tarshish and Antonio L.A. Reid, a music exec, was sued last week by an exec who alleges that Reid sexually assaulted her twice in 2001. Email and telephone messages left for Joel Katz, an attorney who represented Reid when the allegations surfaced, were immediately returned. Sean Diddy Combs denied allegations. Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler, has not publicly responded to a lawsuit. I don't know. I just think it's, especially if you work it outside of court and you do a deal, it's like, okay.
That's the end of it.
Should be the end of it. Bill Maher says China doesn't have to feed kids anti-Semitism and terror support. Schools do it for them. And, they do. And we're sort of chuckling about it. And it sucks.
Sad.
It is sad as hell, but they do. Real time with Bill Maher, he argued that China doesn't need to feed people on TikTok pro-terrorist, anti-Semitic beliefs that they have to let these idiots talk to each other. And it's true. And they do on TikTok. And as we played that piece from Joy Beastar and the gang a few minutes ago, TikTok is sort of the Bible for these youngins.
Yes.
This is where they learn their news. And
our sister, man, she's a big TikToker.
And she ain't a kid, Mart.
I know.
But she's childlike mentally.
But it was her birthday yesterday, man.
So that makes her less childlike mentally?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Rapper Meek Mill follows Snoop Dogg in giving up smoking. He says it cuts my lifeline in half And to that I say, what the shiz nizzle?
Snoop, too late, brother.
What the shiz?
Come on, man.
It's got to be too late.
I mean, jeez.
You know, our father, boy, do I give him kudos for this. Years ago, he gave up cigarette smoking.
Yeah, he did.
And my dad, and it wasn't even around Thanksgiving, but he gave it up cold turkey.
Yep.
One day he said, no more, and it was no more.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my mother was a non-smoker when she met my father.
Yeah.
And you can sort of blame it on Dad, that Mom said, well, that's sort of okay, and she's getting, of course, inhaling the secondhand, and I don't know, that no detrimental effects, by the way, health-wise, no matter what the CDC will tell you.
Well, man, our father at the dinner table would smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, inside
those were the days, man.
I mean, they were smoking inside the house.
And by the way, that's a consideration for Thanksgiving at Mom and Dad's house, because I must smoke my cigars. But I know that I'm going to be led way the hell out on the other side of the swimming pool.
Yes.
So I'm not looking forward to that.
She already made that clear with me, too, because when I'm over there,
Okay.
Debbie and I are the only, because Mom quit smoking also a few years ago.
Oh, she did?
Oh, God, yeah. It's been like 5-6 years.
Yeah, but Dad quit smoking like 35 years ago or
he's
something.
Going through some medical things. So, so Mom said, you guys have to, like Debbie and I, man, we have to go way in the back 40 to can't even smoke in that little area anymore. Nah. So you might want to reconsider coming over, right?
Oh, I already have. I want to have a nice Thanksgiving.
That's
but
right.
Without a cigar?
Well, you can have a cigar. You just got to go freeze your ass off by the pool.
Rapper Meek Mill, everyone's favorite. Who is this?
No freaking idea.
I have no idea.
Announced that I didn't expect you to know, Mark.
Okay.
I know Mark's big on rap.
You would not, Mark CZ Boyer, you would not be my go-to when it comes to rap stars.
Probably not. No.
But rapper Meek Mill, everyone's friend, announced that he is following fellow rapper Snoop Dogg in his decision to stop smoking. He says, "I'ma go to Dubai. This is a quote. I'ma go to Dubai and completely stop smoking. I'ma follow Snoop. My doctor said I got a little bit emphysema." So this man has no idea how to speak.
No.
Illiterate. Yeah.
Well, it's rapper talk, bro.
Yeah,
I guess.
Go to Dubai and completely stop smoking.
Yeah.
I'ma follow Snoop. My doctor said I got a little bit emphysema.
Little emphysema.
In a chest. And if I don't stop smoking, it cuts my lifeline in half. Mills said in a post on X, he sort of said this. Yeah. Formerly Twitter. I was addicted to the nicotine, and this new weed got too many chemicals and too risky to play with my mental. The all eyes on you rapper added. Oh, well, if you would have mentioned the title of that song, of course we know him.
Well, Matt, hold on a second.
It was made famous by Frankie Valli, and then, of course, old Meek got a hold of it. All eyes on you. Yeah, Mart?
Hold on a minute. You said nicotine in marijuana? I've never heard of that in my life.
I haven't either.
Ever.
I haven't either.
That doesn't happen.
Well, no, I don't know, because I don't really delve into the marijuana thing because I've never smoked it.
No damn.
But I never knew there was nicotine in marijuana. No. Maybe there is. Emphysema is a lung disease that is usually caused by smoking, according to the Cleveland Clinic. Pollution and chemical fumes, however, can also lead to the condition. Snoop Dogg, who's been an outspoken cannabis smoker, even owns his marijuana brand Death Row Cannabis, broke the internet with a cryptic social media post announcing, "I'm giving up smoke." After much consideration and conversation, see, Snoop Dogg is literate, at least.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I've decided to give up smoke. Please respect my privacy at this time. I think that's sort of funny.
That's funny, man.
Snoop Dogg's message read, while many of the rapper's fans and followers surmise that he could be joking, Snoop Dogg told Daily Mail earlier this year that being a grandfather has changed me in multiple ways, adding, "The main way is being concerned with how I live, how I move, the kind of people I'm associated with, because I want to see my grandkids grow old." Well, good for you, man.
And this is a guy that on Instagram, because I follow Snoop on Instagram, and
Of course you do.
He would post.
My brother Mart,
like
by
a
the
big
way.
blunt. He's like, let's see how many tokes I can take at one time. And he had music playing in the background. It's like, how many licks does it take to get to the chocolate? Yeah, I mean, he's like.
Snoop Dogg says the only way I can do that is to take precautionary steps as far as how I move, who I hang out with, where I go, my intake, blah blah blah. All right, so Snoopster off the killer weed,
off the Hoochie Rudy.
Yeah, and Dana White, Kid Rock. Join Anheuser-Busch brand Rehab as America continues to reject woke Bud Light parent company. Anheuser-Busch has found 2 willing accomplices in its effort to rehabilitate itself in the wake of Bud Light's transgender marketing fiasco, starring Dylan Mulcahy. Dylan Mulcahy.
God, he's gross.
Just icky. Has nothing to do with his sexual preference. You understand that's what I'm just saying. Don't you find him icky?
Yes.
He's just icky. Leading the charge are 2 names seemingly designed to win back the hearts and wallets of conservative beer drinkers, Kid Rock and UFC boss Dana White. Now, remember about a month ago or 6 weeks ago, we were talking about Kid Rock was drinking a Bud Light, and he was seen drinking that Bud Light, and we wondered, what's up with it? What's up, shiz? Knit? Well, I guess that was the beginning of this. Kid Rock's moral U-turn in the more surprising of the two, after kicking off the boycott in April by posting a video of himself opening fire on cases of Bud Light, he's now calling for forgiveness and a second chance, citing his Christian faith. Or maybe
his pocketbook.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if Anheuser-Busch slides you a couple $1,000,000, would you not be taking a different tact on this?
It's possible.
As a God-fearing man, as a Christian, as a man that loves my pockets bulging with money, I just added that. I'm editorializing. I have to believe in forgiveness, he said during an interview on Hannity. He also said he doesn't want Republicans to become the party of cancel culture and boycotts. All right. Meanwhile, the UFC recently signed a sponsorship deal with Bud Light that ESPN reported. By the way, ESPN, they're as woke left as you can get, so that's no biggie. Reported to be the biggest such deal in the company's history. UFC CEO Dana White got defensive when asked about the Bud Light sponsorship during an appearance on comedian Theo Von's podcast. Who doesn't have a podcast? Only one person on this planet.
Mark C.G. Boyer.
That's it. He's the only one without a podcast.
Mark.
Bud Light is the right.
It's coming soon, though.
Bud Light is the right move for me. They're exactly who I want to be with right now, and we are very aligned as far as core values go. Yeah, we always thought Bud was, Anheuser-Busch is always so American. With those big-ass horses and
around,
and Ed McMahon, and, we always thought that.
Billy's back drinking.
I don't know. I think he is.
Yeah, oh, yeah. He
Really?
kind of secretly, he's like, well, Dave's not here, so I'm not breaking more dough.
So, hold on a second. So, Billy Dilly, our HR man and a good Marine, he's back on the Bud Light?
Back to
He's back on anything alcoholic. It doesn't matter.
So, I get, maybe the Kid Rock thing. In light of Kid Rock, Billy saying, okay, if Kid Rock's back, I'm back. Well, yeah, I don't know what to say about this. I'm not a beer drinker. But I'll tell you what, if they slipped a couple bucks in my pocket, I'm a Dylan Mulvaney fan. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm easy to buy. All right. And by the way, that's not true. Right? Right? Even though if you send us cheese and sausage from Wisconsin, we do love you even more. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, a.k.a. X, and the greatest radio stations in the world.
voice of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion. In a hideaway on the other side of the hill, with Hollywood close enough to smell, one man dared to step up to the bar and talk. And other outlaws heard the legend and joined together to tell their tales. This is how it began. Smoking, drinking, interrupting. Magic Matt Allen. This is Outlaw Radio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sort of showing off our funky side. By the way, this was no request. I've made this statement many times. I am a black man in a white man's body.
I know you are. Some good funk, man.
No, this is the best funk.
Yeah.
From the Staple Singers? Yeah! Get it! Love that Mavis Staple out of Chicago. You know, Bob Dylan wanted to marry her, and she turned him down?
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that before he was famous? Or
No, he was a famous guy, man.
Yeah.
Mavis said, respect myself. You're not getting into this thing.
Yeah.
What is it now? Respect yourself. Wow. Yeah. Man, I love some good funk. Big fan of Sly and the Family Stone, too. That man is a frickin' genius.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Respect yourself. But they gonna give a big cahoot. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I would love to interview Mavis Staples one day. I love that chick.
Is she live?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Otherwise, that'd be a tough interview, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it probably would be.
That'd be very, very difficult.
Rick, don't laugh.
Hey, by the way, that's my brother Mart's buddy, Rock and Roll Rick.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, good to have you. Good to meet you after all these years. Real pleasure.
Great to be here.
He's not one of those big dumb left woke a-holes. So that's why he was allowed in the bar. Not that you listen. You can be a big dumb left woke a-hole, and you're still allowed into this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, as long as you can have little convo, as the kids say, with us on the show. And we won't even be rude. We won't even be mean. There's another word, you know.
Well, what's the fun in that?
You're so mean.
Yeah. Mean comes from the kids and females. You know, guys who call someone mean, the jury's out on their sexuality. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but you know what I'm saying, right? Guys don't say mean. Well,
you're so mean.
No.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
That we know what that means. Hey, Twisted Sisters D. Snyder throws support behind Israel Defense Forces, and I love his quote. He says, "Payback's a mother effer." But he says the word.
Well, now, D. Schneider, though, Matt,
Yeah?
because I met this guy at a rehearsal situation.
Well, then you should be an authority.
No, but what I'm saying is, as far as I knew, he leaned left, man, this guy.
Having nothing to do with my convo at this point in time whatsoever.
Okay.
Twisted Sister vocalist D. Snyder, Burl Bear, legendary Burl Bear, radio icon for the Great Pacific Northwest, who does a little true crime show prior to ours here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio Network. He's as woke left, well, at least big lefty liberal as they come, but he understands that we're on the same page with supporting Israel these days.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's a Jew has nothing to do with it, because a vast majority of Jews in the United States of America are not with it, my friends, as Snoop Dogg would say, without marijuana now. Yeah.
I don't know if I believe that,
That's my shiznut.
I don't know if I believe that. I really don't.
You don't believe what?
That he quit the weed.
But why are we going? Why? We've already had that discussion regarding Shiznit Man.
Shiznit Man.
Twisted Sister vocalist D. Snyder.
I want to rock!
Is completely cool with the Israel Defense Forces rocking out to his band's 1984 smash hit, "We're Not Gonna Take It," as troops seek to eliminate the Palestinian terror organizations. And what are they? Well, they're terror organizations, period, on the Gaza Strip. And good for you, D. Snyder. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, man, good. Good for supporting the right thing, for doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, I wanted, because I'll forget, and damn, it's a bitch producing this show because I got to punch in the buttons. And all right. This I found very cool because it's something that I wish that I would have said. It's something that I think, and I could not have said this any better my own self. This is a dude interviewed by who the hell knows, but articulate and puts the hammer down when it comes to the Second Amendment. And you know, for you dumb little numbskulls, you little, not really Twitter, but see, it's almost a mental block trying to come up with the name of this Chinese-owned organization, TikTok. That's
TikTok,
it. Yeah. You TikTokers who get all your news from TikTok and you form your opinions because of what you see on TikTok. First of all, what a dumbass you are. I mean, what a dumbass. But second of all, and this could have appeared on TikTok, I don't know, but it was on, what's that thing you're on, Mart?
Instagram.
Okay, I think this comes from Instagram. And dig this dude could not have said it any better on the Second Amendment.
I'm old enough to remember a time where students had shotguns in the rifle rack in their pickup trucks, and that way when school got out, they went hunting. No mass shootings. The causation correlation is, okay, well, the gun equals the shooting. No. We need to look at why has there been such a diminishing of the value of human life? And then how do we properly address that culturally? And if the only way you can think of to properly address it culturally is to disarm people that did nothing wrong, then what you're ultimately telling them is that, one, you're going to provide for their security. Okay, well, the government has done a real bang-up job of making sure that happens.
Right.
Two, you're not assuming any responsibility as the politician if they get hurt as a result of your policy. And three, what you're saying is that your rights and your civil liberties and your ability to defend yourself are reliant completely on whether or not somebody else abuses their rights. If your rights are forfeit the moment somebody else abuses theirs, you don't have any rights. What you have is privileges that the government will give to you and take away whenever they want. And that has horrible implications across the board for a free society.
Mark C.G. Boyer, even though he was speaking fast, does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. George Carlin agreed completely.
You bet your ass George Carlin did.
Because he called them privileges, not rights.
Yes, yes.
In his bits.
Yeah, but 100% correct.
Yes, man.
And that is a right. That is a right. Gun ownership is a right.
Yeah, as long as you do it legally, I mean, yeah, of course.
But you can't blame it on guns, man. You can't blame it on guns, but you can blame it on the fact that, well, you know, these kids today, they want attention, and if that takes a mass shooting, then what the hell? And they're very disgruntled. Why? Well, I blame it on the teachers. You know,
and the parents.
Well, yeah, of course, but they're also teachers. You know, they should be. Good parents are teachers. But I'll tell you what, man, these little punks, oh, God. See, I almost don't want to be hard on them. You know, I was after the millennials for years, and I sort of jumped off that bandwagon a couple of years ago when I realized that the majority of the millennials are pretty hardworking. It's those below millennial, and especially the young punks who can't stand this 9-to-5 idea. And if you want to make a success of yourself, it's more than 9 to 5. It really is. You have to put the hammer down. You know, but it depends what you want in your life, for God's sake.
Yeah, but the work ethic, like you said, the Gen Z.
No, it's just down the tubes. Yeah. No, we want stuff from the government. Yeah, we don't want to have to work.
And instant satisfaction, you know, I mean, like Amazon, and we all do. We're all guilty of Amazon. You know, it's instant satisfaction.
We're all guilty of Amazon.
Well,
what the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Let me rethink that for a
minute. I'm gonna let you, my lovely listener and viewer of Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, contemplate that while I play this again because it's worth playing again. Michael Rapaport, one of the big. Without being 17, let me just simply call him a douchebag.
Yeah,
a terrific actor.
Great actor, but
I love the stuff that he's in. But boy, this guy has been a Donald Trump hater for years. I mean, despises the man, has called him every sort of nasty word on the planet, and the vitriol that is spewed out of Michael Rapaport's friggin' mouth is beyond even compare to a Joy Beastar of The View. But this man, even this man, sorta sees the light. And this is brand new from Michael Rapaport on one of them social media outlets.
If it comes down to pig dick Donald Trump and smoking Joe Biden, I'm sorry. I am sorry. Voting for pig dick Donald Trump is on the table.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sorry. I'll still call him slob dick Donald Trump, pig dick Donald Trump. And
well, you need to, because you're an inarticulate ass bite. So you must. I mean, I'll still call him that, even though I think that. Yeah. And what he's saying is, what he's really saying, this Michael Rapadum is saying, is that Donald Trump did do a good job in those 4 years. I mean, that's what he's saying here.
All that. But we need to get this whole fucking situation under control.
Yeah, meaning that, man, when a Michael Rapaport turns on a Joe Biden, you know that there is a wind blowing.
Things have switched
here in the United States. Yeah. And Sacha Baron Cohen tells TikTok leaders they are creating the biggest anti-Semitic movement since the Nazis. Surging number of progressive Zoomers use TikTok to voice their anti-Semitism, support for Hamas, praise of Osama bin Laden. A group of left-wing Jewish celebrities sounding the alarm, reportedly urging TikTok leaders to take action. And these include Sacha Baron Cohen, Deborah Messing.
Deborah Messing.
Who, by the way, is a mess her own self. Big, woke, loudmouth lefty.
Oh, Deborah Messing, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
just, yeah. Yes, you know, sort of hot on that show with the gay guy and the straight guy.
Yeah, she has something about her.
Even though the one guy that, no, did they both play gay? What was that friggin' show?
I don't remember.
Whatever.
The name of the show.
And Amy Schumer.
Well, she's.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but we talked about Amy and the fact that her support for Israel is 100% and digging that. They all spoke with TikTok execs when the conversation grew fiery. What is happening at TikTok is creating the biggest anti-Semitic movement since the Nazis, said Cohen. And it's true. It is 100% true. Shame on you, Cohen told TikTok's head of operations, Will and Grace, that's the TV show. Yeah. Deborah Messing said TikTok, which is a China-owned company, has become the main platform for the dissemination of Jew hate. The actress focused on the growing popularity of the expression from the river to the sea. And by the way, you ask most of these kids what that means, they have no idea. They have no idea. And then when queried again, well, if you don't know what from the river to the sea means, then why are you out here with posters saying screw Israel? Do we have to know? No, I guess you don't. You can just stay in your own little friggin' terrarium of stupidness. God, we're dealing with idiots. and it's sad. And they're sad, nasty little dip asses.
Well, from the river to the sea now.
The Palestinian slogan called for the eradication of Israel from the map. The chant has become a trendy expression among young progressives, many of whom are posting it to the comment section of Jewish users. TikTok leaders prevaricated when it came to company policy regarding the anti-Semitic slogan, where it is clearly exactly what they mean: kill the Jews, eradicate the state of Israel. These are quotes. That content is violating, and we take it down. The big head honcho at TikTok says, our approach up until October 7th, continuing to today, has been that for instances where people use the phrase where it's not clear, where someone is just using it casually, then that has been considered acceptable speech. Deborah Messing wasn't buying it. A woman that I have sort of disliked for a number of years.
Well, Matt, we ran into her, we used to take our kids trick-or-treating in Toluca Lake, and we trick-or-treated at her house.
And
she is hot. I was just going back to the hotness of her. That's all.
The actress argued it was much more responsible.
He's been this way all day.
To bar it. Oh, you mean smart? Yes.
No.
Yes, I do lay claim to that, and my apologies. Much more responsible to bar it at this juncture than to say, oh, well, some people, they use it in a different way. She's right. You either are a Jew hater or you're not. Right, Mark?
Correct.
Are you a Jew hater?
No.
Oh, well, that's nice.
No.
Being a bagel biting butt of your own self, that would be really nasty, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Yeah.
Well, it's not. It's nice that some of these lefties in Hollywood are coming to their senses, and it does my heart good. Yes, Mark?
The Arizona Superintendent of Education has gone public with a educational program by UNICEF and Amnesty International that says the word terrorist is an offensive word and in support of Hamas.
Yes.
And I'm going, wait a minute. Aren't these supposed to be
what?
Groups that are for those that, are in need of help?
Yeah.
But no, these are the ones that are in need of killing.
Yeah. These are nasty people, including that a-hole from Arizona, a fine state, with the exception of this piece of crap. All right, lot to get to in the last segment of Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.com, on Twitter, a.k.a. X, and need I say, the greatest radio stations in America. I do appreciate you listening to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Outlaw Radio remembers the good old days. Johnny Carson, Chuck Barris, Wilt the Stilt, before millennials were around to get on our nerves. Now get off my lawn.
LGB. LGB.
Been a while since we've heard this ditty.
Yeah.
Number one hit, by the way. Here we go.
They say LGB everywhere. I go. LGB. What it means, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
LGB. Whatever it is. LGB. Kamala, help me, please.
Let's go, Brandon.
Can you believe these people are running the country? This is frightening.
It kind of is.
This is frightening. Not kind of, Mark. This is frightening, man. I mean, this is frightening.
All right. Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
I am Cornholio. Chant. LGB. Right wing and left wing.
Oh, yeah.
LGB. So you know the thing. LGB. If you don't sing that back.
Mm-hmm.
LGB. And you ain't black. LGB.
Let's go, Brandon.
LGB.
Let's go, Brandon.
LGB.
Let's go, Brandon.
FJB.
Let's go, Brandon.
I'm Joe Biden, and I forgot this message.
I wish I could give credit to whoever put that together because it's pretty brilliant. Far left tries to deny Israeli women were raped, assaulted during Hamas attack. Okay, I could go on, but it's please. I mean, it was brutality. It was brutality, and as Dee Snider from Twisted Sister says, what was his quote? I'm looking at Mark. I got to tell you, for a guy that doesn't drink, man, he has absolutely no brain cells.
No, he's got none.
No, sure,
no, I mean, he is just, he stumbles around. That's why I said, how did he ever survive
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't get it.
My floors are all packed.
And by the way, Rick, that is his real voice.
I will tell you what Dee Snider said. He said, payback is a mother effer. That's what Dee Snider said, and it's true. With all that's going on in our country, I think that the pendulum is swinging back. I think that we're getting there slowly but surely. All you have to do as a voter is do the right thing and have a happy, moist Thanksgiving. Have the moistest Thanksgiving that you've ever enjoyed in your entire life. And if you look up moist, you will find that the majority of females hate that word. And that's not why I'm doubling down. I'm doubling down because I want my turkey and my stuffing both to be moist.
Yeah. And why do women hate that word?
They do, I don't know, but they do. They do. They hate that. They do. Look it up. I'm not making this crap up. I don't make up a lot of things, and this is one of those things that I'm not making up. All right. I want to thank Billy Dilly, our HR man out there cooking the vittles for us. My buddy Mark C.G. Boyer. Lack of brain cells, Mark.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, my brother Mart.
G.
And rock and roll Rick, man. First time on the show. I'm glad you were here.
Great to be here.
Seems like a mellow, good guy with probably proficient at many things. And I know that you're a hell of a musician. I've heard the little birdie named my brother Mart told me.
Right.
Yeah. I will continue to be, oh, God, I don't have a song to bump out on here.
Oh, producing. Tough job.
It ain't easy, man. I have to produce this thing, too. Okay, I found one. Until next week, I will continue to be Magic Matt on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, on Rumble, on Twitter, on YouTube. I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. Yeah. And I thank you for being there, listening to us on the greatest radio stations throughout the country. Don't forget, until next week, in fact, don't forget all week, as my buddy Milt Larson has always told me, doesn't tell me anything now because he's dead. My friends, bumblebees can't fly.